Welcome, all collectors, to the first episode of Booomin Sports Cards, the podcast where the hobby stays hot and the card stays booming. I am one of your hosts, Jason.
And I'm Alex, and today we're discussing the 5 things every new collector should know. So let's get right into it.
Yes, sir. So, our first thing that we'll be talking about is always look up prices before you buy. Although it's called a kid's game, the prices are nothing but kind. One of the biggest mistakes I made when entering the hobby was buying solely based on the card design, spending $10 to $5 for a cool insert. I used to go like right after work, buy a cool card, and then later come to realize that card's like $2 and I spent like $10 on it.
Damn, $2.
Yeah, a
Oh
lot of
man,
Drake Mays because
a
that
lot
was
of Drake.
my favorite player, but yeah, not the best.
Are they the RC like the rookie Drake Mays at least?
Yeah, there were rookies. Like I used to go to card shows and like, oh, this card's awesome. I'm gonna spend $5 on this. Looking back at, that's the dumbest decision I ever made.
Yeah, I feel on that. Recently when we went to that sports convention in Rosemont, I remember when I bought that Devin Hester card for like $30. That rookie
Oh
one,
yeah, yeah.
it's worth $5. I looked it up after I got
Oh
home.
man,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, that's vital. You gotta not go blind to purchasing cards because there are so many tools. You've showed me a lot of these tools because I didn't know when entering this, like eBay, market movers, price charting. Like these tools are like in hand. You can have all this information in your pocket and not even know it.
Yeah, and then I think the other thing I overspent on was on Caleb cards, pink and green, and they were both about like $16 to $17, and they're paying $40 for both. And I told my dad about it, and the funny thing my dad said is that it's fine because it's overwhelming. Because when we went to the convention, it was overwhelming. You can't really think ahead on looking at cards, the prices. So it's overwhelming. You don't think you don't think as much. And you like think these cards, they're nice cards. You're overthinking like, oh, these cards probably like $40, $30. No, they're like 16, $15. So things do get overwhelming. So it's always to take a minute to just look at your phone and see how much these cards cost.
Absolutely, it can be overstimulating just being in a crowd, having the collector right on you, breathing right on you. And here's the thing, not all sellers have fair prices. They can upcharge based on condition or even hometown popularity. We saw the last convention we went to how a Caleb Williams pretty much lot
Oh my
this dude
goodness.
had was relatively above market. Like it was huge the amount of upcharge this dude had.
It was ridiculous because a laser it's $16 right now, and he was selling it for $100. And the response I got was, "Oh, it's gradable." I was like, "Oh, please don't tell me that." Reference everybody, all cards are gradable. He was trying to mention like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna get a 10 or a 9 or a good grade." By saying the word gradable, but overall, yeah, those cards were overpriced. I really wanted one, but I'm not gonna pay over $100 for each card.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, yeah, it's their cards, but at the end of the day, they're trying to make a deal. And that prices should be fair. And here's the thing, every card is negotiable. I mean, obviously don't be that guy who negotiates $1 or two, but sellers can give great deals based on bundles or cards. I mean, they should be willing to work with you when you buy cards in any circumstance.
The phrase my dad, I told him because me and my dad are big Caleb Williams fans and we love collecting his card. I told him the other day when I got home and I was showing him his cards I got. And I was telling him about the guy, like, yeah, that he's overcharging each card for $100. And he's like, yeah, he could charge whatever he wants on those cards. Those are his cards, but doesn't mean anybody's gonna buy them. And it made me laugh. I'm like, it is kind of true. He could do whatever he wants, but doesn't mean anyone's gonna buy them. So
Definitely. They will be sitting there for a while until that one big Caleb Williams fan who has unlimited money comes walking
who
by.
doesn't really either is new and then they have like a crap ton of money and they're like, I don't really care. I could buy all these cards off him. But cards are expensive. He had some nice cards. I think he had a dragon scale one, and for some reason that card was priced right. Besides the other cards, I'm like, you priced this card right, but the other cards are $100 over. Come on, man.
But remember, just always look up the price because you never know when they can upcharge when it's below market. I mean, last weekend I went to a local card shop and they had a Nick Hurts for like $3 and it was a $20 card. So always make sure to check the prices because it's an expensive hobby and you don't want to be scammed. So what else you got for us, Alex?
We're on to our second thing that new collectors need to know. Think long term and buy within your budget. What do you think is your set budget for you, Jason?
Beginning of last year, it was like $40 to $50. Now it's creeping up more and more, up to like maybe like 120 because I'm really invested into the hobby, but it's getting more and more expensive. I mean, you have apps like Collects that makes this collecting thing so much easier to get cards in your hand. How about yourself? What's your range right now?
Man, it's gonna be $5 to $20. I'm not trying to spend a lot on cards
Okay.
because those rack up. And if you're on eBay doing, you're like, oh, you see a nice card. I'm like, oh, it's on auction. I can win this.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, it's past $25. Crap. I'm gonna put $30 now, and then you realize the card's not really worth $30, and you paid over $5 to $10. Yeah, look at the limit. When purchasing cards, you don't have to get a 10 either. Those you can get nines or eights. Like I got a Kobe 8, and it's worth about I bought it for 70 back in August when we went to the Nationals. Made a deal with the guy last sold 70. Showed him, easy guy. Now it's like $89 now after Rose. Then like back in I think 3 months ago, I bought a Shohei rookie card for $50. Now it's like $90 now because he just won the World Series. So you don't have to get the tens. You can get nines or eight. I know everybody loves tens, but you got to think about your budget and overall. $50 for a Shohei rookie card and nine, and it's already in a like a PSA slab. I'll take that over
Yeah,
a $500 PSA 10.
you're right. You're right. Because those cards can be expensive just based on the condition of a card. I mean, I feel like all slabs have value of a star player. Because yeah, Otani's rookie card, whatever condition, has a great value, and that price will only increase as he wins World Series, he wins MVPs. So like I think like every star's cards has values in PSA grades. One other thing is like thinking long term. I mean, these players, some of them are in their peak. Some other about to have like major milestones, like winning a playoff game, or even retiring. Like these will increase the price of the market. And I think you got to think the long term vision. You got to have like, oh, if LeBron James is towards the end of his career, he can retire the next 2 years. Invest in that. It doesn't have to be $100 card. It doesn't have to be over $300. There are $20 cards that are sure to go up.
With the return of Topps Chrome basketball, his Chrome cards are pretty nice and they have value. I have a refractor of LeBron James. It's worth $20, and I got it from a blaster. And it's not even a rookie card; it's just his refractor of his Lakers card right now, and it's $20, and people want it because it's going to probably be his last Topps card if he retires this year or next year. But yeah, just buy in your budget. Don't really overspend. Say if you only have a certain amount of money and you have bills to pay and you have things coming up and you're thinking of flipping a card within a week or two, don't that's not how it works. It takes at least a month, 2 months, or even maybe like until next season. But overall, pay attention to what you buy and don't overspend on things you don't want to like over your budget. So whatever your budget is. So if I go to the card show, I think we went to the card show at about $300. I spent $120, and I was kind of happy about that, which wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, you can get deals of all these players. You just got to make sure you know where you're looking at. And there are so many players that are undervalued in the market. I mean, whether they're prospects or like a second year player, you don't need to spend $400. You can stay within your budget, buy a nice 5 to $30 card, and sit back and just watch the price go up. I mean, there's so many players who are bound to have a good game, have a good season, have something that you'll never see before. And it's all about long term and buying within your budget. That's I can't express that anymore. Like that's where the collectors and the value are made.
You're not wrong about that. Buy the cards you think you can afford. Don't overspend. What else you got for us, Jason?
Our third point is respect the cards, especially base cards. I mean, not every cards are super expensive. Not every card has the it factor for people. But if you hold that card, it can be a long term investment. Like imagine holding a Patrick Mahomes when he was a rookie, when he was a backup, and seeing that rookie card climb after all these years. That's Patrick Mahomes right now raw is between $80 to $300 a rookie card. When you could have bought that back in 2017 for $5-10 even.
Yeah, I remember seeing online where this guy was showing off. He has like 10 of them in like safe mags, and I'm like, damn, that's like at least almost $3,000 right there. maybe over like 5 grand, and somewhere in PSA 10, some nines, eights. I'm like, man, that guy is probably not gonna sell them for a little bit longer, or he's just showing off. People like to show off what they got before, like having a Patrick Mahomes rookie card and showing off like you have 10 of those. Yeah, kind of want one myself, but I think I was trying to bid on one a couple months ago, or maybe a month ago, and it was super damaged. Corners were awful, and if I tried to grade it, it would have been like freaking 6 or something. And lost the bid. I had at $69, and then when I lost the bid, I came back to like later that day. It was at $90, even for a crappy card. Well, not a crappy card, but a crappy condition of the card. Still $90. Somebody still wants it. It's still Patrick Mahomes card. Even if he retires, he has made history in the NFL still.
It's always important to protect your investments too. I mean, a card can be valued based on their condition, its rarity, but it's very important to take care of those cards. Use top loaders, magnetic cases, penny sleeves, semi-rigid protectors. Make sure your investments are protected because you never know. A base card that you won't think anything of in a couple of years will go up. That can be your next Patrick Mahomes. Who knows? Maybe like a Cam Ward base card can go for couple bucks in the near future.
Like if you look at Shohei's cards and if you look at the base card and you say like, man, why is this base card so expensive? Because he's a champion. He's one of the greatest baseball players right now, and he's going to be continue to be great. And those base cards he has are going to keep flying off. Like you can either protect those cards and save in your investment, and put them in like a nice little box. There's like these boxes where like file cabinets, so you can put them in like sections. You can have those Tupperwares, anything that's gonna just cover the cards, just keep them safe somewhere on the side. I have this big motto: respect the cards, respect the base cards. If you respect the cards will respect you. Meaning that they'll pay you back in the next near future if one of the players does do well in the future.
Ooh, I really like that. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, although they aren't the most attractive cards at the moment, that doesn't mean they don't hold value. I mean, long term, you never know what's gonna happen, and that's why you always gotta respect the cards. So now, what is our next big thing we should talk about, Alex?
Rip for the love of the game, not for profit, meaning that don't go buy a bunch of boxes thinking you're gonna get a case hit, and finding out that when you open these boxes you don't get anything nice. You're gonna be mad. Like, I say if you go buy a bunch of Donruss packs or boxes, get it like maybe 5 to 10 boxes, you don't get anything good. Maybe a numbered card, maybe a nice rookie card, maybe a signature card. Maybe that's not worth a lot. But you're thinking, man, I really wanted the downtown. I thought getting about 10 of these boxes would give me a higher chance, and my percentage will go up. But overall, what it sounds like you're trying to do is gamble your money and trying to like 10 times fold by getting a downtown. Do it for the love of the game, because overall, if you go buy these packs and you're expecting a nice card that has a lot of value, you're gonna lose fun. Like, I think overall, it's not gonna be fun anymore.
Yeah, odds are you won't make profit off ripping cards. I saw a study that's like the percentage of making money opening cards is less than 5%. So imagine how much mass production is of every card, every box, every set. 5%. It is very rare. And if you don't rip for fun, you're not going to have fun constantly because not every box will have hits. Not every box has that card you will be chasing for.
Yeah, because you're gonna be like, it's like betting on like on yourself and how much money you spend. Is it straining? If you just go like to the store and buy a bunch of boxes and you open it and you're expecting something, man, that's gonna suck. And I think that's when you lose the love of the game. I like opening boxes, but I do get disappointed at the end of the day if I don't get anything nice. But overall, I still like opening boxes. I'm not mad at that. I lost my investment or how much money I spent on the box. If I spent $20 on the box and I got a bunch of cards, I'm hoping one of these days one of these guys turn out like one of the best players. But overall, I still had a fun time opening these boxes.
Yeah, not every rip has to be expensive, but all cards can bring excitement. Although there's a higher chance of getting a higher value card from hobby boxes, top end products. Don't shy away from retail. I mean, boxes, blasters, hobby boxes, and even single packs can bring excitement with like special parallels and your best bang for your buck overall.
Just rip for the love of the game. It's overall the main thing on that. Don't think about making money half the time, because if we're thinking about money half the time, it's no longer fun. All right, let's go to the next point. Be smart about breaks and selling singles on lives. Breaks are like spots where you pick a team, a player, and you hope to get a good card from the breaker. But sometimes the spots are like over $100, $50, $40, and you end up paying the spots and might not win anything. That's another form of gambling in the sports cards industry. Jason, have you done any breaks lately?
I have done one break in all of my card collecting career, and one of the things that I'm stressing is know when to stop. I feel like during breaks you get FOMO of wanting to get that next big card in the break and just buying in, buying in, and you may not end up with anything. Like I spent $200 in this one break. That was the dumbest thing I ever made in my collecting career. And I got a autograph Keon Coleman, which is worth like $5 in a McChicken. I don't know.
McChicken with cheese.
Yeah, I don't know
But
about
yeah,
that. Cheese might be a little too expensive nowadays.
yeah. But Keon Coleman autograph went down because he hasn't been playing as much.
Yeah, he's a bum.
Um, yeah, he's a bum. He's over there dancing on the sidelines.
Awful.
Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be a little embarrassed right now. I've over the year I've spent about $1,100 on breaks, especially repacks. There's two different types of breaks. There's a repack break where they show you what you can get by like little examples like previous winners. They display it in front of you. They're on TikTok, whatnot. They display these little nice cards of downtowns, kabooms, anything you could think of, and autographs. You were like, oh man, I get a spot of that. So you pick a spot. They open about like 15 repacks. You don't know what the repacks are. They're random. Anybody gets a shot at it, and you only get 15 tries. And overall, you can get a nice card. You can get a crappy card that's like worth $5. And I did it for a year, and the most I made back is about a quarter or maybe 40% back, and I think I wasted about $700 on breaks, and
Oh
I would
man.
probably never do it ever again. Maybe a little bit, like maybe 500, because I remember winning breaks and getting like some cards and selling them on eBay. But overall, I'll say like at least $700 I lost, and I made about like $500 back within a year. So yeah, if I would have saved that $700 or $1,100, I could have bought me a couple hobby boxes, blasters, even a nice card for $1,100. But overall, don't join breaks that advertise repacks spots to get a shot at a hobby box. Just think about it first. I mean, if the spot's like $20, 10 to $20, yeah, you could do it. It's not that bad. I'm not telling you not to do breaks. I'm just telling you to be aware of them. And but if they're overpriced, $50 to $100, you might as well just be like, I'm gonna use that $50 to $100 to go buy me a couple boxes, and I'll just rip whatever. And you'll feel more satisfied because you don't feel like you got cheated out. Because half the times these breaks only give you like base cards, and
Hmm.
you might be mad.
And do research on these sellers. I mean, there's more and more breaks appearing on different social platforms like whatnot, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Before you buy into anything, look at the seller's page. I mean, reputation in the hobby is so important. And through just taking a basic look, you can see like sellers, you can see the seller's page where you can get information of reviews, star ratings, shipping time, and the number of sales you made. You don't want to go in blind, just giving your money to these guys you don't even know. Sure, the product's beautiful on screen, but you don't know these guys and they don't know you. So scamming can be very easy during breaks.
There was a one point, I think it was around September. Don't I don't know if you guys heard of chips rips and ADC breaks. I guess they got caught scamming people on breaks. They're still running though, but their spots are atrocious, like $300 spots. And I'm like, I might if $300, I might as well just go buy a hobby box at that point if I'm gonna win a kaboom or downtown a chance to win it. It's like a big chance at the casino. But yeah, just look at the lives, look at the people reviews, look at what they're selling. If they're selling $5 cards for $20, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna participate in this. Gotta look at the value and what you're getting out of it. If I'm gonna put a $50, I expect a nice $100 card at least, or maybe a chance at a $100 card. But if I'm gonna get screwed on a card that's like $25, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna really do this again. So
Also realize it's your money. I mean, you don't want to spend it all at once. And like you said, yeah, if you spend $300, you can probably get that same hobby box somewhere else. for that price. And more, I keep seeing these videos. I love sending them to you of people selling singles on lives and just people spent overpaying so much money. Remember, do research on these card prices. Just because there's like a 20-second timer doesn't mean you have to go all in on this card that's $5 and you overpay by like 200. Don't be that guy.
The one I sent you today about the sushi one, I'm like, come on, man, that's an analogy because the guy's like, if you buy a sushi, I don't remember. It was something about getting a sushi spot. You still get a chance to get sushi. But like, yeah, if I buy sushi, I still get sushi. I'm not gonna pay. It was just dumb. An analogy he picked. I have to look it up again, but I sent it to Jason. I'm like, I still get sushi if I buy sushi for a certain
Yeah,
price. If I
that's
buy into a
good.
breaker spot, I might get screwed on 50%, 50-50. But overall, yeah, you just gotta look at these guys. And half the time the FOMO is like during the playoffs, NBA finals, the players doing really good, and you're like, oh my god, is that a Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams or Drake May? Drake May, oh my god, rookie
Drake
card.
May.
Drake
Yeah.
May.
Buy now, now, now.
Bye now.
Buy now.
I think the funniest thing is when they get screwed on their breaks.
Oh, it's so funny.
Like when one guy, I think he was selling like a boom and it went for like it was like Travis Kelsey Gaboom. It didn't really hit the market price it was supposed to, and the guy started flipping out on live, and everybody was making fun of him, and it's the funniest thing ever. And then,
I love that.
I was on Whatnot the other day because I just wanted to see what's going on. And one of the funniest things was this guy selling singles. And every time he would sell a single, somebody would comment. It was the same guy too. Was commenting. That card was $5, guys. You guys paid $20 for it plus shipping. And he kept doing it to the point where the guy in the video was like, "Can you be quiet, bro?" And he blocked. You like banned him from the thing. I'm like, oh, you're one of these guys.
Yeah, that's a lot of scamming going on. So yeah, so this was our top 5 for new collectors. Anything you want to know, just ask. I mean, at the end of the day, the hobby is all about having fun, collecting what you like. Although it can be intimidating, don't be afraid to ask questions. Not every collector knows everything, but being active in the hobby, you can learn a lot.
I think we all as a community just need to get together and like just be honest with each other. I'm like, yeah, if I had somebody, I usually like helping out online and like in person. One of the girls online, she just found her boyfriend's like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He doesn't really want them, so she was asking for help, like how to like find prices, who to sell it to. So I like lending a hand and there, and then people helping. I usually help Jason out. Jason usually helps me out. We talk about cards all the time. And then the overall goal, I really like saying this is my motto. Doesn't matter what card you collect, it matters who you get to collect the card with. And that's really for me. Because when I think about collecting cards, I usually think about collecting with my friends, my mom and dad, because they collect cards. And that's what the real thing is about. It's collecting cards, not about the profit.
Absolutely. It's all about community. You can go to a card shop and have real connections with people in the hobby. And that's what's valuable. And that's what makes this hobby exciting. So now we want to start a new tradition. And every episode we'll be exploring a player and its cards. So this week's player of the week is Caleb Williams.
Love
That's
that guy.
Alex's GOAT. That
Yes.
he was a number 1 pick in 2024. In this sophomore campaign, he has led the Chicago Bears to the NFC North title, which we have a big game this Saturday. Shout out the Bears.
Shout out the Bears. Bear down.
Bear down. Bear down. I'm a Bears and Patriots fan, but I have a soft spot for the Bears because we're from Illinois, not Chicago. People get mad with that. That's besides the point. But Caleb Williams having a season to remember. I mean, there was a lot of questions going into this season, having a new coach, and he has proven the haters wrong. What do you say?
He's turned it around. I think it was Matt Eberflus. Also, Matt Eberflus just got fired recently too. So I
Good
think
to
that
see
man's
it.
out of a job for the Cowboys. I don't think anybody's gonna pick him up. No, I heard that the Giants want to pick him. I'm like, oh
Oh
my
my god.
goodness.
How many chances?
The only thing, well, I don't know. I don't think he will be having a job anytime soon. But yeah, he got dropped with the new coach Ben Johnson. We see the culture change. We see the best videos, locker rooms. Love them. That's one of the highlights of when the Bears win. We get to see the locker rooms. We can see how pumped those guys are, and it makes us feel pumped. It makes me feel like these guys care about us enough to like go out there and win games. And with this year, Caleb's cards have launched after hitting 11 wins, making the playoffs, hitting NFC North, a champion. Uh, that's been like that 2020. We haven't been there since 2020. If we win a playoff game, that'll be 2018. And overall, we love Ben Johnson.
When you're looking long term, like we spoke earlier, there's signs that the player's gonna break out. I mean, this first season with the Bears, most passing attempts as a rookie, most passing yards, most passing touchdowns, highest rating for a single season by a rookie. There's signs. He was a Heisman. I mean, we should have seen this breakout coming. I mean, we both did, but the hobby in general did not, because the prices for his cards were very low to start the season.
I kind of lucked out because, man, I wish I'd have bought more. Because prior to him making the playoffs, I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, um, his cards were cheap. And as soon as we hit the playoffs, ace cards, refractors, zoom cards shot up, and then like you remember seeing like a freaking $1 base card go for $5. I'm like, oh my goodness, people are capitalizing on this. I was like, relax, you guys are fakers. Come on, like let me get my last card before you guys jack up the prices.
Yeah, like come on, he's my quarterback, not yours. You guys don't even support the Bears that like I do. But yeah, like I see that with the biggest breakout of the market probably being Drake May. I mean, his cards are booming.
Yeah,
And
I have his laser, and it was $12 a couple months ago. Now it's $50.
I saw that. That's insane. I was gonna text you about that because that's crazy.
And then I think I told you I have his purple shock. I think I paid $8. Now it's $38. And I'm like, Jesus.
And these cards
Because
go up, man.
yeah, these cards go up, and overall, I think because Drake May's on that like entrance of like or upon being an MVP. I hope he gets MVP so my cards could shoot up more because
Hopefully.
any NFL quarterback that gets MVP has expensive cards. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I really wanted a Josh Allen card at one point, and I realized like $80 for a base card. God damn. But and it wasn't even a good base. Like it's like the regular Don Russ base card. And you're like $80. Jesus.
I mean, that's one of the things you gotta understand. Like these players are gonna be the franchise cornerstone. Like Caleb Williams is gonna be a Chicago Bear for 10 seasons. And if he wins a playoff game, if he wins 2 playoff games, heck, if he wins a Super Bowl, those cards are only going up.
So yeah, you got to get in early, and you got to believe. It's just like I collect him because I do believe he's gonna be a good player. I don't really collect like value wise. If you go in the basement where my dad is, on his desk it's a bunch of Caleb cards, and I'm like, yeah, I have the same thing. For me, I have like 5 cards on my right with 2 slabs of his. I have one of his like draft day picture from Tops. Now I have that one. Paid $10, really $20, but yeah. Overall, his cards are gonna kill it. And also, he just I think he broke he's all time pass leader now. He almost hit 400 K on passing. But the thing is, it's not his fault. It's he drop passes, all that. He's gonna get it next year, and I think we saw how Ben Johnson year 1 is. Imagine year 2, better defensive players, more offensive players overall, and then I think what else I just oh yeah. I think the one thing that stigma for everybody didn't like Caleb is because of the painted nails. I don't care what crap he paints his nails. My goat
Yeah.
can paint any color his nails wants. All right. You know what Chad Ocho Cinco said? Yeah, I used to paint my nails too, so I don't really care. I really like Caleb. I'm like, thanks, Chad.
If he wins games, I don't care if he wears anything or if he dresses and paints his nails. I do not care.
I think the only nails I really like is when he puts them blue and orange. I'm like, yeah, he's locked in.
Yeah, he's locked in. Buddy's ready. So now we're gonna include a card that we both like. Each of us chose a different card within like a $30 to $60 range. The card that I chose was the 2024 Prism Red, White, and Blue number 301. This card I purchased right after the Bears defeated Green Bay, and this card last sold for $32. It has increased since then to 36.8%. And a graded card, a PSA 10 of this card is 400, and last sold for 475. Even at 9, it's $51. So just a little higher than the raw price, but it's just a really nice card. I mean, red, white, and blue. This card in a Drake May was $40 to $60 and has increased to 120. So this card's beautiful in my opinion.
Is it the one you showed me the other day? You got a good deal with that one? No, it's not white, red one. Jason has scored a good deal on a Drake May and a Caleb card, and I was astonished. I was like, he paid $50 for a purple Pulsar Drake May and a good red white Caleb the selects one, and it was supposed to be $80, and I was like, God damn, that is a fucking grab right there.
Yeah, I love the
Um,
Prism cards. I mean, I feel like Prism's probably like the best product for rookie cards. So I hopped on right as the trend was going up. I was like, Caleb, second win against the Packers. Going into the playoffs, this card's gonna be booming.
so yeah, the prices that Jason give you now, they might change with by Saturday. So if he wins the Saturday game and takes us to
We're getting that
the
dub.
yeah, we're getting that dub, and
Yeah,
those cards are gonna explode because we haven't won a playoff game in like 7, 8 years, and
Dobbins.
when we do that, yeah, his cards are gonna explode. People are gonna profit off this. I'm gonna cry a little bit because I won't be able to buy cards from him anymore.
Buy
It's gonna be
now,
like
buy now.
buy now, buy now. But yeah,
Yeah.
Prism cards overall are pretty fantastic. They're also really super hard to grade. But
Mm-hmm.
if you buy a PSA Slab 10, you just keep it. That guy's gonna be a franchise quarterback, and been
No
believing
doubt.
since day one, since we picked him up. There's people that still believe in Justin Fields, but I don't really think we don't believe anymore.
That's a hard one. I one of the things I bought his jersey before his last season. Spent 100 bones on it. Next thing you know, it bro's gone. We got Caleb. That's one of the things I regret. So Caleb shows up. I mean, he's showing up. I think I'm gonna hold off for his jersey.
That's the omen. Jason is holding off. He's helping us win, guys. Jason's like, if
Yes,
I buy this jersey now, they're gonna lose.
my
But
closet's full of retired players and players who just left jerseys. It's insane. So, what card do
uh,
you got? I mean, Caleb's your favorite player. Caleb is one of the big players you collect.
yeah, let's see. Well, let me pull it up. So my favorite card is also the first card I ever graded. It is a Caleb Williams rookie Topps Chrome X Factor 202. Um, this was probably the first football set that I collected, and this probably got me into X Factors and like big on Caleb Williams. Um, the card has launched up from I think it was like these like $5. Now it's $13.99, so it's easy to grab still. And the price has shot up from 24.5 increase over the last 60 days. So people are picking these cards up because it's a good card. X Factors have great value in the last 10 years. So if you see an X Factor and you're wondering why it's so expensive of a good player and it has like a rookie card or at the moment in time, yeah, you will understand why. PSA 10, 94.99, and the percentage went up for 72.1 in the last 60 days, which is crazy.
Booming.
Meaning people are buying into Caleb now, especially at Topps Chrome. If you can't afford $100, understandable. They have the PSA 9, 28.99. None of them had any like increases on that. I think the PSA 9 will increase maybe if he wins this playoff game and do well in the playoffs, that PSA 9 will increase if you buy it in time. Probably be $28 to $50 in the next couple days. But overall, let you know with Topps Chrome, they do not have the license for the team logos. These are just regular Topps Chrome, non-licensed. But these are the Topps Chrome that returned in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
Meaning these cards haven't been around.
it's still a really beautiful card. I mean, the color reflects when you look at it. It's stunning, to be honest. One of my favorite. I know you're really big into X Factors. I'm getting into it, and yeah, that Caleb card might need to buy before Saturday. I feel like
You can get a base or you can get a slab. You can get a slab.
I think I'll stick to base just for now. It's
He's like, my
yeah,
next check, I might think about it.
maybe. There's a lot of cards out there. Yeah,
So yeah, if you're really into really licensed card, I would select Prism, like Jason had select earlier. Red, white, and blue. That's really good. But you don't really care about the license. You want a nice card. You want something that's like historic. Like the only reason this card is historic because Topps Chrome hasn't been around in the last 10 years. The last thing had was Top Stadium for football, and they came back with Topps Chrome, and our guy was on the box. Freaking love that box. I have the box over here somewhere on the right in my room, and I was like, man, this is pretty cool. But overall, it's a historical box, good cards. Yeah, and then it's not bad on price. So if you feel like I have $100, man, just give me a Caleb card. Hope he does well. Maybe this card will go up in the next couple of years if he takes us somewhere. So yeah, saving a couple bucks. All right, guys, we're gonna head out soon. That's gonna be it for today's episode of Booming Sports Card. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you follow us on all social platforms, whatever you enjoy podcasts. Stay ripping, stay collecting. Remember, the hobby's always booming. We'll catch you on the next time, buddy. Thanks for watching.
See ya.